So hi again, this is Peter from Mary Queen of the Apostles Parish in Salem, Massachusetts. This is a reflection on the real presence of the Eucharist for the fourth Sunday of Advent in 2020. And it's my last until after Christmas, so I'll also refer to Christmas too today. This reflection is based on this Sunday's first reading from the second book of Samuel. In today's first reading, we hear about King David, who has taken up residence in his house, and the Lord has given him rest from his enemies on every side. So in this scene, David is speaking with a prophet named Nathan, and he says to Nathan, "Here I am living in a house of cedar, but the ark of God dwells in a tent." So David is referring to the Ark of the Covenant, which was considered the place where God truly was present to the Israelite people. The ark was taken everywhere the Israelites went, even into battles with enemies. The ark contained the tablets of the Ten Commandments, a thing called Aaron's rod. He was one of the high priests. And it also included a thing called the bread of presence. So it is fitting that later in this chapter of the second book of Samuel, we're told that King David went into this tent and sat in the Lord's presence to pray and to thank God. So the passage from today's reading to reflect on is something God told the prophet Nathan to say to David in response to David's being troubled that God was still dwelling in a tent. And God said, among other things, "I was with you wherever you went." So how can we use this passage to reflect on the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist, especially in this time of Advent and the coming Christmas Day? Well, because the Blessed Host is truly Jesus, he is someone and not just something. Just like God was present in the Ark of the Covenant, Jesus is present to us in the Blessed Host. And when we receive him, he remains in us and we remain in him. He is then truly with us wherever we go. So I offer a reflection for today, the fourth Sunday of Advent, and also for Christmas. So when we're at Mass, or whether in person or live online, listening on the radio, watching a recording, and whether we receive communion or not, or perform a spiritual communion, consider this. So when we see the Blessed Host, we can see the same Jesus who is in Mary's womb, the same Jesus in the manger, the same Jesus preaching to a crowd, the same Jesus at the Last Supper on the cross, or in the upper room after the resurrection, showing St. Thomas's wounds. And now we can also see Jesus coming to be with us. As a quick side note, the early church fathers referred to Mary as the Ark of the New Covenant. And as we will hear on Christmas Day, Jesus' name is Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And like he was for King David, he will be with us wherever we go. So may God bless you, and may you have a blessed Advent and a Merry Christmas.